Hey guys, how's it going, and thanks for coming. I'm Nick, this is Real Life Money, and we're going into the battle to the death of Robinhood and Webull. So stick around, don't forget to subscribe. So what's happening, guys? Your frugal friend over here found some good frugal deals that you could take advantage of and start investing. We're talking free stocks, free investing apps, free coffee, and your free dose of weekly me. Interestingly enough, they are all intertwined, which we're going into. So we've all heard of Robinhood. They were kind of the first investing app out there. Very popular, pretty cool, but kind of the new kid on the block is Webull. Now there are a bunch of other investing apps out there as well. There's M1 Finance, there's Stash, but I want to focus on these two because that's what I'm having experience with now. So I recently got into Webull because they reached out to me. They're like, hey, you want a sponsorship? And I'm like, interesting, why not? But as I dove a little bit deeper, they're like, hey, we got to review your review before you could put out your review. And I'm like, no. I want to talk about it on my own terms. I don't like anyone telling me what to do. So this is technically unsponsored, unbiased, to help you guys out the most that we can. So let's start it up with Robinhood. So that was really the first investing app out there. I definitely been playing around with them for quite a while now. I actually had to close down this account personally. If you guys have been with me for a while, because of my job, it's a conflict of interest, so I really haven't been using it a lot. Well, technically I closed it down, but I do have experience with it. So it really started with investing in individual stocks, and it was great, right? Because it was no minimum balance, no trading costs, like no commissions, and it was pretty awesome. You could buy individual stocks you could buy one share if you want. Now since then, they kind of expanded from individual stocks into, they also have ETFs. I know a lot of people love that stuff, but they expanded into the cryptocurrency markets. They expanded into the option markets as well. There was that little mishap of leveraging up from a couple $1,000s up to $1 million, but hey, glitches happen. So I really did like the structure of Robinhood. It gave you like news articles, like notifications as well. Hey, if you're getting a dividend, it lets you know, or any type of news article related to any of the stocks that you own. And if you're not only want to use the natural habitat of your phone, you could also pull it up on your laptop and play around with it there. The depositing was pretty simple. You just link it up to your bank account. Basically, just like every other brokerage in the world, you need to link it up somewhere, and then you could deposit it pretty quick. And once you get your free stock, if you sign up, I do have a link in the description where we could both get free stocks. So if you want to start there, that's pretty cool. Or if you don't like me whatsoever, you don't have to do that. That's up to you. But I do realize, I forgot the specific amount of days, but I want to say if you got a free stock, you have to hold it for like a month or so before you could sell it. So it's not really like a short-term trading strategy, but if you're looking to buy stocks for the long term, for a few years or forever, this could be where you could start. So those were some pros. Now some cons and downsides to Robinhood is that, well, one, they tried to start up a cash management account. This was a while ago, like maybe a year at this point. But that flopped and it's dead in the water. There's some drama going on. They might try to set up a cash management account. We'll see. But they also, one con that I really don't care for is that a lot of people love dividends, especially when you're starting. You buy a stock and it gives you free money, right? What's wrong with free money? When you get a dividend, it goes into your cash account. I like it if you could reinvest back into the stock, and they don't have that set up. Maybe in the near future, we'll have to see, unless something recently changed. But if you get a dividend, you would have to manually go into the Robinhood and buy more stock if you want to do that. Another downside is that you can't open up an IRA with Robinhood. It's just like an individual brokerage. It's not a bad thing, but you know, people like to open up maybe a Roth IRA so they could save for their future, for their retirement. So that's something Robinhood does not currently have, which Webull does actually, which we'll talk about in a minute. So those were the quick pros and cons of Robinhood. I'd say it's a great start. You know, both of these apps, basically all of these investing apps, are for newer investors, beginners in the stock market, newbies. So if you want to play around, start getting experience, this is a great way to start. Now, Webull is coming into the ring. So Webull has a couple of tricks up their sleeve, which got me even more interested because they actually offer more than Robinhood. So Robinhood has the one free stock. Once you open up your account, you know, link your bank account, you get the free stock. Webull, on the other hand, gives you two or up to two free stocks. Now, I'm not cheap or anything, but I am frugal, and I'll take the two free stocks. So how that works is to get the first free stock, you just sign up. It goes through like an approval process, goes pretty quickly, and you get your first free stock. For your second free stock, you have to deposit a minimum of $100, and boom, you get your second one. That value is between $8 and $1,000. Chances are you'll get closer to the $8, but you know, you could get two free stocks that way. That's pretty cool. Now, one reason I wanted to put this out here for you guys, because I recently saw this, and I'm like, is it seems like there's a promotion for Webull until the end of the month, until end of November, you know, Thanksgiving season. They're actually giving away a free cup of coffee, apparently. So if you sign up, you might be able to get that. I'm still trying to look into that, but it seems like once you sign up and everything, you'll be able to do that. So little extra bonus, I'll take the free coffee. I'm not even a coffee drinker, and I'll take the free coffee. Now, another promotional thing that Webull has that Robinhood does not, it actually has a cashback bonus for a certain amount of money that you would initially put into it. Technically, it's not cash back, it's gift cards or cash toward Amazon. So pretty cool, not too bad. I have it up on my phone, so I'll let you guys know. So if you deposit a minimum of $2,000 up to $10,000, they'll give you $30 toward Amazon. Between $10,000 and $25,000, they'll give you $50 toward Amazon. Between $25,000 and $100,000, they'll give you $250. Between $100,000 and $250,000, they'll give you $350. Between $250,000 and $500,000, this might be getting a little high, but in case you have an extra $500,000 laying around, they'll give you $700. And if you deposit over $500,000, they'll give you $1,500. If you wish to go for any of those rewards, that is, you have 45 days until after you open up the account to make that deposit to get that extra bonus. Now, some extra things that I noticed Webull has versus Robinhood. I feel like Robinhood is very simplistic, which is not bad whatsoever. I love simplicity. It just makes things simple. But what Webull has, I thought was very interesting, is one, you could actually open up an IRA with them. Robinhood does not have that, so if you want to plan for your retirement, unlike most people, you could actually do that through Webull. So that's pretty cool. Now, on the side, I think this is fantastic, is that you could actually trade with paper money. What does that mean? Well, Webull gives you $1 million and you're able to trade with it. Sort of, kind of, not really. It's actually a simulation. So it's kind of like you could train to trade in the stock market. So if you want to buy, 100 Google shares, you can. Not recommending to do that or not, but you could actually decide and learn how to trade just in a training environment as a simulation, and I think that's great for beginners because that's what they're focusing on. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but there is no minimum balances, there's no trading fees, very similar to Robinhood. That's why they are similar. They're button heads. However, it seems like Webull's actually pulling out some interesting benefits. So I do have links in the description if you want those 2 free stocks. You could go through my link, or if you don't like me, you don't have to. But they're there if you're interested. Now, it's actually fascinating with Webull. It seems like it's a little bit more technical versus Robinhood. Robinhood is very, it gives you kind of like one chart, and I love charts. Charts are cool. You could go back 1 year, 5 years, 10 years to the beginning of time. Webull actually has some more technical analysis type of stuff. They actually have like moving averages. They actually look at like more on the numbers side with some ratios and all that good stuff. And it's also pretty interesting that they let you know ahead of time like when earnings are coming out or when dividends are going to be paid. It might not notify you like Robinhood does. Like it sends you a direct email like, hey, you're getting $5 from whoever. This is kind of, Webull has their own strategy that way. Webull has options as well. They also have cryptocurrencies. So it's actually very similar to Robinhood. If you're willing to choose one over the other, that's really your choice. They're very similar. If you want a couple more stocks, go with Webull. Or heck, get both. Why not? I think any type of education or experience is great for anyone. No matter what investing app you choose to do, you still learn about the stock market, especially if you're a beginner. So you know how to react when a stock drops, if you get out or you get in more, or about long term and about collecting dividends. These are all different concepts that are very simple, but we could learn through these simple apps. And both apps, by the way, are like super simple to set up, just going through your basic information, bank account information, verify everything. And there you go. I wouldn't recommend margin accounts, but they do both have margin accounts. Not sure if you could leverage up $1,000 to $1 million with Webull, but you can have a margin account. So the end goal that I'd have is that they're both great investing apps that you guys can try. If you're more simplistic, you might want to lean toward Robinhood. If you want to get a little bit more benefits right now and promotions and bonus stuff, maybe go for Webull. But that's really up to you. Not want to persuade you one toward the other, but definitely at least check them out. So what do you guys think? If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. What do you choose? Do you like Robinhood more? Do you like Webull more? Do you hate both of them and you want to use some other investing app like M1 Finance or something like that? But let me know what you guys think. So thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.